body signs your body is quietly leaving you notes on your nails, your tongue, your skin. Doctors read these every day. A good physical exam starts before a single test. The trick is telling the real signals from the myths and spotting the few that mean see someone soon. Let's go through it, head to toe, no fear, just the why. One honest rule before we start. A single sign on its own rarely means much. What matters is whether it's new, how long it's lasted, and what it's paired with. So treat everything here as a nudge to ask a doctor, not a diagnosis to give yourself at 2 a.m. We'll sort each sign into 3 buckets: a real signal, a myth, or a red flag. Start with your nails. Press them, look at the shape. If a nail is so spoon-shaped it could hold a drop of water, that's a classic sign of iron deficiency anemia. Pale nail beds can suggest anemia. If your fingertips widen and the nails curve over the ends like an upside-down spoon, that's clubbing. It can be associated with chronic lung disease, certain heart conditions, and a few other illnesses. Worth a check. Deep horizontal grooves, Beau's lines, are a record of a moment your body hit pause, a serious illness, a high fever, chemo weeks ago. And tiny pits like the surface was tapped with a pin are often linked to psoriasis. Now the myths. Those little white spots. Almost everyone's been told they mean a calcium deficiency. They don't. They're nearly always tiny knocks to the nail's base, a bump, an over-enthusiastic manicure, and they simply grow out. And vertical ridges, running top to bottom, usually just normal aging, not a deficiency. One nail red flag. A new dark streak running down a single nail, especially if it's widening or spreading onto the skin around it, is worth getting looked at promptly. Most are harmless, but occasionally it represents melanoma. Stick out your tongue. A healthy tongue has a slightly rough pink surface. If yours goes smooth, glossy, and sore, almost beefy-red, like the texture rubbed off, that points to a B12, folate, or iron deficiency. It's one of the clearest nutritional signs we have. Now the one that looks scary but isn't: geographic tongue, smooth red patches with pale borders that look like a map and even move around over days. It's benign and harmless, no treatment needed. The tongue red flag, a white or red patch that persists, or a mouth ulcer that hasn't healed after 2 to 3 weeks, that deserves an examination. See a doctor or dentist, especially if you smoke or drink. That's the mouth cancer rule. Finally, skin. Look at the folds, the back of the neck, the armpits. Dark, velvety, slightly thickened patches there have a name, acanthosis nigricans. They're often linked to insulin resistance and an increased risk of type 2 diabetes. It's one of the most useful warnings your skin can give, and the answer is treating the underlying cause, often insulin resistance, not scrubbing the skin. Yellowing of the skin, or the whites of the eyes, jaundice, points to the liver and deserves a prompt visit. And the skin red flag everyone should know: a changing mole. The ABCDE's asymmetry, ragged borders, more than one color, diameter bigger than a pencil eraser, and evolving, any of those get a skin check. That's the melanoma rule. And remember, paleness, jaundice, and these patches can look different across skin tones. Check the eyes, the palms, and the folds, and when in doubt, ask. So yes, your nails, tongue, and skin really can flag iron, B12, blood sugar, the liver, even cancer, sometimes early. But remember the rule: one sign alone usually means little. The skill is noticing what's new, what's lasting, and what's paired with other symptoms, and then letting a doctor connect the dots, not a search bar. Want this as a one-page body signs cheat sheet, real signal, myth, or red flag at a glance? Comment the word honest, and I'll send it over. If a sign sent you here, the Always Tired video digs into iron and B12, and the 3 p.m. crash one covers blood sugar, both linked. Subscribe for the why behind your body. Sushruti, worth knowing. This video is general information to help you ask better questions, not a way to diagnose yourself, and not medical advice. Anything new, persistent, or changing should be seen by your own doctor.